Hi, I'm Joe Campbell, aka El Proximus, and welcome to the Abilities Bridge. The Abilities Bridge plugin enables Claude and OpenAI access to the WordPress Abilities API with granular permission, creating an easy interface for all your AI needs. It works in the admin chat interface and directly in Claude web and mobile app. WordPress 6.9 ships with the Abilities API built into the core, giving plugins a standardized way to define and check capabilities. If your site is running an older version of WordPress, install the Abilities API plugin. This plugin requires the Abilities API. The Abilities API ensures consistent permission handling across plugins and custom features. Why use the Abilities API? In comparison to Server Access and REST API, Abilities Bridge and Abilities API doesn't break your site, safer than Server Access, auditable actions, plugin level security boundaries, easier to manage for admins. It's designed for AI workflows. Granular permission makes the Abilities API safer and easier to manage. Once the Abilities Bridge is installed, we'll set up the AI providers. We'll start with OpenAI. Generate an API key, copy it, and paste it into the configuration field. Save the changes. Now we can open the admin chat interface and verify that the connection is working. Hey ChatGPT, are you there? Great, the connection is active. Next, we'll configure Anthropic. Open the Claude console, generate an API key, copy it, and paste it into the Anthropic settings. Accept the consent prompts and save the configuration. Now let's confirm that Claude is connected. Hi Claude, are you there? Both AI providers are now connected to the site. With the APIs configured, the next step is permissions. AI should never have unrestricted access to your system. Instead, it interacts with your site through abilities, structured, auditable tools that you explicitly authorize. Go to the Abilities Permission Manager. Here you can grant specific abilities to Claude and OpenAI. We'll enable one of the built-in abilities that ships with the Abilities API, Get Site Info. Now Claude can query structured information about the website safely. Claude, tell me about this website. And there it is. Claude returns structured information using the authorized ability. Now let's connect external AI environments using MCP. Open the MCP setup page and generate credentials. Next, go to Claude and add a custom connector. Copy the credentials from your site and paste them into the connector configuration. After clicking Connect, Claude will redirect you to your website to authorize the connection. Approve the request. And just like that, your site is connected through MCP. Now inside Claude, you can use the custom connection and tell me about my website. Claude executes the ability through MCP and returns the same information. If you want to use this with Claude Code, the process is just as simple. Open a terminal and ask Claude Code to create a bridge. Paste the MCP credentials when prompted and let Claude build the connection. After a few moments, the bridge is ready. Now you can run the same command. Tell me about my website. Claude Code calls the ability through MCP and retrieves the information directly from your site. So where do abilities actually come from? The Abilities API ships with 3 abilities, the AI Experiment plugin ships with several, and now third-party developers are starting to bake abilities into their plugins. Site Abilities is the toolkit I use in my development environment. You can download site abilities directly from AI System Admin for only $29.95. At this point, you can build an ability for almost anything: content creation, diagnostics, automation, maintenance tasks, custom workflows, and when you're ready, those abilities can be deployed safely on production sites with full permission control and auditability.